on the grass.
Fantastic innings from Shikhar Dhawan. Strike rate of 154.3. It's taken the pressure of Rohit Sharma, who clearly now feels the pressure of him also joining in the act. He's at the moment trying his best. Virat Kohli, Shreyas Iyer, Dhoni, Pandya, Akshar Patel was padded up, so they'll all be itching to get in and get a move on. But is this a pitch where a new batter can come in and just start belting straight away? We'll have to wait and see. As long as spinners are there, it might be difficult for new batsmen to come in and hit the ball out of the park. Seamers, maybe they can. Knuckleball is not an option anymore for the seamers. Seam bowlers have struggled in these dewy conditions. Use that as a variation.
It was Shikhar Dhawan that got into Ish Sodhi in the last over that he bowled. New Zealand would love to see the back of Dhawan now, and just to be able to get Sodhi into those right-handers if they were to come in. Maybe Akshar Patel will be next in. And he's Santner to finish off his spell. 3 overs, none for 15.
Well, he's got the ball to grip and turn when he's bowled from the Ashish Nehra end. From this end, from where he's bowling. This is, of course, the last ball. Look at that. What a shot that is. Big stride forward. It was a length ball just outside the off stump. Did he middle it? Has he middled it? Oh, has he? He has.
$50 up for Rohit Sharma. Has he middled it? Sunny G, you betcha.
For a moment, it looked as if he hadn't quite got it off the middle of the bat.
You could be right, actually, but this may not have come from the sweet spot of the bat, maybe a little low on the bat, but with these batsmen who don't quite middle it, till sails over.
In the gap this time, along the ground, so Rohit Sharma getting going, as was required.
Well, he deceived the bowler. The bowler might have been thinking that he's going to come down the pitch, so he bowled it a little flat and down towards the leg side, and look what he did. He stayed put in the crease, out-thought the bowler, Rohit Sharma.
Offside this time, all the way along the ground, 4 more.
Don't know about you guys, but for me, this was the best shot of the 3. I know that was a 6, the first one, but this is just brilliant from Rohit Sharma. He's taken the ball on the full with the placement. And again, not trying to hit the ball too hard, but it just races off his bat. This is just outstanding stuff. Marvelous batting from Rohit Sharma. Now this is what India want. Aggressors at both ends. New Zealand now under pressure. Santner under pressure.
Just the one this time.
Well, this is the highest opening partnership for India in T20 internationals. 61 of 45. He's taken 15 runs from this over. Rohit Sharma, he's got this great ability to make up for maybe a slightly watchful start.
Reverse, was it a little bit of glove on that? Possibly. 5 overs to go, 140 without loss.
Typically, you'll find in a T20 side 4 or 5 batsmen padded up. Anyone, depending on the situation, can go out. So you see Akshar Patel is padded up, Virat Kohli is, Shreyas Iyer is. And it's not uncommon to see. By Trent Boult, he's got a couple of overs left. He's been a bit expensive, 2 overs for 20.
Still got to find another over from that 5th bowler, Colin de Grandhomme. Struggled to grip the ball, and Colin Munro is only over going for 14. Big trouble for New Zealand.
Now, how far is that going? It's going to go all the way. So the salt is well and truly on. And when Rohit Sharma bats like that, he's among the most difficult batsmen in the world to bowl to.
There have been phases to this innings, haven't there? The first time we were commentating, me and Scotty, he was not timing it well. And from then on, it's been a different Rohit Sharma. Outstanding shot. How good is that?
Sometimes, isn't it, when you are struggling, but then it gets to the stage of a game where if you get out, it doesn't matter. You can then play with that absolute freedom, and the timing just picks up. Rohit Sharma lagging a long way behind Shikhar Dhawan. Now look at the strike rates. Nothing separates them. 146 for Rohit Sharma, 151 for Shikhar Dhawan.
Now around the wicket, bowled. I think India have reached a stage now where they should genuinely believe 200 is on. 4 overs after this, 53 to get. If it's a run chase, you might think it's open. If it's a 200-run run chase, I just wonder if teams batting first set themselves a target and pretend it's a run chase sometimes.
India were 100 for none after 12 overs, which is a rough ballpark. I know in one-day cricket, they always say double your score at the 30 over mark in 2020. Can often be the 12 overs. 200 is definitely on. Another boundary this time to Shikhar Dhawan.
They've put on 150 now. Only the third pair ever to do it. That asking rate is just on one curve. It's just going up.
Yeah, walked into it and beat the man to the right. That means that you're well in control of what you're trying to do. You know the gap between square leg and the man at short fine. And that's exactly what he threaded, Shikhar Dhawan.
He's got to pull it back here for New Zealand as bowled. Not on this ball. That's another boundary. We're just saying, when is he going to get that one over in from the Grundom or Munro? But his lead bowler is now none for 35 in his third over.
Full-on onslaught now. Knee-high, full toss. Especially difficult to hit with mid-off inside the ring. Able to free his hands. Trent Boult under pressure. A wet ball, trying to find the Yorkers. So far, it's not happening. And Kane Williamson, I'm not even sure he knows what to do.
There's normally a bank for New Zealand. Trent Boult, there's a run on this bank today. 15 of this over. Can you imagine? I was about to say, can you imagine there's a dot ball? There isn't. You look at New Zealand and you say, well, the one thing you can be absolutely certain of is they will be excellent in the field, and that's been challenged a little bit today.
Yeah, it certainly has. Once again, the first ODI, Virat Kohli was dropped early and went on to get 100. Mitchell Santner, the culprit. Tonight, Mitchell Santner puts down an easy one with Shikhar Dhawan on 8. He's now on 80.
It's just a little bunch. Surely they should be looking at 2. Rohit Sharma took his first slowly, but the second was always on. 18 of the over. 158 for no loss.
Highest opening partnership for India in T20 internationals. Beating Vrinder Sehwag, Gautam Gambhir. These two making the most of a pitch with a little bit of turn.
Look what's happened in the last 4 or 5, 4 overs really, 13 to 16. Yes, when you got wickets in hand, you can take a chance. That this is the phase in the game when 9 fielders feels like 3 to the captain. He's searching around, looking to import some. Last 4 overs have produced 58. There's 4 more to go. 200 is looking very much within range.
Yeah, 4 people padded up. Virat Kohli is the most relaxed of them all. Sodhi has bowled well, has bowled really well with a wet ball. 3 overs for 23, but this is going to be a tough over. The 17th over to a spinner. is one of the deadliest overs in T20.
Small ground this too, so India will want all these extra runs. Not the easiest to defend. Oh, that's in. They advertised the fact that he was going to come down the wicket. So India lose a wicket. At last New Zealand have one, but what a fantastic opening partnership this has been. And Shikhar Dhawan has to go for a very fine 80. That's the reason, in spite of the numbers, they keep picking him. And next man in will be Hardik Pandya.
Very smart. Sometimes you can preempt a batsman coming at you, bowling it wide and bowling the googly and keeping that length shot. Beat him all hands down. But Shikhar Dhawan has batted very well. Well made 80 of 52. It's 158 for 1.
Right, new man in is Hardik Pandya. I think part of the reason is that there's a spinner in operation. Won't be surprised if he goes after the first one he faces. No, he doesn't. Well, I think the reason he's coming ahead of Virat Kohli is he's on a license to go after every ball. But just as clarification, Shikhar Dhawan has been given out, caught behind. There's a little toe edge on that one. Strike rate 127, average 11, but 22 matches is a much better, more explosive player than that. Wow, how well has that been bowled? He's walking, yes, he's given out. It's nothing but the turn and the bounce. Well,
yeah, he's been brilliant today. Ish Sodhi ignored for the ODIs, but T20, look at that. Just a bit of drift, bounce, catching that edge, and Tom Latham holding on to it the second time around, and Nitin Menon had no hesitation to give him out. 2 wickets in 1 over. The hard-hitting Hardik Pandya has to go. It's 158 for 2.
so India have lost 2 wickets in 3 balls. More important, in the 17th over, not a run has been scored in 4 deliveries. That's just as important. Virat Kohli comes in. That's not a bad ball either. First one to come up. Kohli's called for 2. He'll have to stay with 1. Just 1 run. The worst that he can do from here, Sodhi, is concede a 7-run over, and anybody will buy that. 2 wickets, 2 dot balls, a single. As Virat Kohli comes out. 136-52 is just redefining T20 batting.
Wonderful delivery. Look at the bounce. Chahal, Akshar Patel, they'll be watching and loving what they're seeing. Last over for Ish Sodhi. Last over for the spinners for New Zealand. Just the 2 runs and the 2 wickets. Brilliant bowling. India 160 for 2.
So Dhawan for 80. Pandya interestingly out defending. Who would have thought that Pandya would come in at number 3 with a 159, 158 run partnership and be out defending. Right, this is the over. Grandom. Right, that's up in the air as well. Will beat the man and go into the boundary for 4. The moment the ball's coming over your shoulder and you're surging and you're circling, it means you got no chance.
Even though New Zealand have picked up 2 wickets, Colin de Grandhomme under big pressure. He's bowling to the inform, Rohit Sharma. Another one of those knuckle deliveries in the slot. This 5th bowler is proving expensive for New Zealand.
It was a signal from the umpire. It is a bye. Well, it was interesting there that Hardik Pandya came in at 3 ahead of Virat Kohli, number 1, and number 2 that he was out defending his second ball. Now Virat. He's got to get going straight away. There's 16 deliveries left. India will want to touch 200. And what a great over that was from Sodhi. Just 2 runs, 2 wickets. There he goes. Virat Kohli's arrived at the Firozshah Kotla, but the ball has departed it.
Looks like he surprised himself the way he hit it. Just kept going. Second tier. And they love him. They love him everywhere, especially his home ground. But this was the cutter. Right in the slot. Just the extension. He's very good with that, Virat Kohli.
There must be no greater feeling than the ball going further than you thought it would. There's a fielder there. And they will stay with the single.
There's no better feeling when you know it's come out of the middle of the bat. It's at that point, as soon as it goes into the slot, he knows he's got it. Doesn't matter that it's hit halfway up the building, it's all the way, and he knew it straight away.
He's worked so hard on this aspect of his cricket, working on specific strength training precisely to be able to hit shots like this. I think in his first few years in the IPL, he didn't hit a lot of sixes. It might have been 2016, 17, he got quite a few. Rohit Sharma's no mean hitter himself. And again finds a fielder who's actually, I think, moved a little squarer. Anything that's not a boundary, the captain's heaving a sigh of relief at this stage. You take 2 wickets and concede 2 runs, then you buy a lottery ticket. Not taking away from a lovely over by Sodhi. Off, and once again a fine fielder drops a catch. It's 174 for 2.
It's just a strange day. Colin de Grandhomme has been punished, but he's had 2 catches put down that need to be taken. Another one inside half of Virat Kohli's bat, and Martin Guptill started late and in the end had to dive forward and wasn't able to grasp it.
Right, 9.67 and over. India going. He's got Trent Boult back on. Three overs for 38 for Boult. If he can go under 4 overs 50, he'll think he's all right. At this stage in innings, 10-12 runs and over par. Where is he going to put his deep fielders now? Backward square is dropping back onto the boundary. Mid-wicket's in. So long on, deep square, deep backward square. Mid-off is inside the circle. There's deep cover. There's 3rd man on the boundary as well. Dot ball.
Yeah, one of the best fielders in world cricket, one of the better fielders from the New Zealand side. He generally doesn't drop them. Martin Guptill sitting up here in the comm box, you could definitely see that he picked it late and then the ball dipped on him. Yes, he has been punished. He's been unlucky, Colin de Grandhomme. Tim Southee dropped one of him.
hits that very well. It's a signature shot almost.
Smashed away with absolute disdain. It's the wrists that do all the work here for Virat Kohli. Length ball, and he whips the bat through. Wonderful shot. The timing impeccable.
I can see why Scott Styris was surprised that Hardik Pandya came in ahead, because this is another aspect of Virat Kohli's game as well. I mean, there are just aspects to his game, aren't there?
I'm just looking at it from New Zealand's perspective. No, I'd rather bowl to Hardik Pandya than Virat Kohli. World #1 with a white ball. To be fair to Hardik Pandya, he got an absolute beauty of a delivery. Change of field, long off his back.
Yeah, he's going to bowl fuller. And they won't mind the single. I think Kohli was looking to hit it just past him. And then back his timing to get a boundary. 9 balls. Can India get those 19 to get to 200? I don't know if Karthik, if you noticed that moment Guptill dropped the catch, he shook his head, and the only person shaking it more violently was Scott Styris. So it's a very good ball, this.
They've seen a few catches being dropped, and Scotty never dropped them, so that's why he was feeling a bit sad, so to say.
Yeah, all the cricket teams we're playing, don't they? They always have that same goal, to be the best fielding side in the competition, or in this case in the world. And because it's the one controllable that you have. You control whether you take the catches, you field the ball, you throw the stumps down. New Zealand haven't got it right.
Well, everybody had moved squarer on the offside, but everybody was still inside the circle. That was the problem with that delivery. He bowled to his field, but it's gone over. And another very expensive bowled over. I think he's bowled 2 good balls in this over and conceded 11.
Rohit Sharma was looking to hit it inside out. The slower one, trying to take it wide away from Rohit Sharma. Getting an edge, but sailing over those 3 fielders. It's a small boundary, very small boundary at the Kotla.
And who would know that better than a spin bowler? Highest score against New Zealand this now. Now he's got the edge, has he? No, he hasn't. Or has he? The bowler's appealing. The interesting part was that the keeper didn't seem too excited. He's gone across to have a look at the square leg umpire. Yes, but how does a square leg umpire know better whether or not there's an outside edge?
It's just asking the advice of whether the ball was hit on the full and therefore bounced before getting through to the wicketkeeper. New Zealand will review in any case.
And the soft signal's out.
Dev, refer for bump catch. Umpire's review. Start with the front foot, please. Yeah. Bump ball, fair delivery. Yeah, come with a spin vision. Yeah. Can you? Yeah. Thank you. There is no bump. No, come back to the previous one, please, Dev. Yeah, that was better. Yeah, bat hit the ground. No bump. Yeah. Yeah, bat hit the ground. Anything else?
No, I think that's...
Can you give me the sound, please? Yeah. Big screen, not down.
That's an interesting call, because the bat hit the ground. You needed to be sure that the sound came when the ball left the bat and not when the bat hit the ground. Rohit Sharma saying the bat hit the ground. There you are, 185 for 2 after 19.
Dev,
Yes.
players review now.
Okay.
And now come with the spin vision, and I need to have the ultra edge, please.
Okay.
Start with the bump first again.
You want to see the spin vision, right? First.
Spin and the ultra edge, yeah.
Simple. You know, Ultra-edge.
Yeah.
Yeah, ultra-edge now?
Yeah, for double check, yeah.
Ultra-edge.
Yeah, I can see the clear spark.
So about 512.
Yeah.
So about 3 by 3.
Yeah, I'm ready. I'm satisfied. I'm ready with my decision.
Okay.
Signal out.
Right, now everybody's going to be very confused by this, and the reason is the first one was an umpire review, and the umpire only wanted to check if the catch was clean, if it's not a bum ball. The moment it was clear it wasn't a bum ball, then the batsman could go in, the fielding captain rather could go in for the DRS, for the review, and the DRS has shown that there was a nick as the ball was passing back. So it's very good thinking by New Zealand to go in straight for the review. India lose another wicket. That's the end of Rohit Sharma. 80 of 55. It's 185 for 3 after 19.
Just the one over to go, and it's the champion Indian wicketkeeper MS Dhoni who will replace Rohit Sharma.
Right, last over Saudi. Oh, there goes Kohli. I think he's just trying to tell us he knows every corner of the Kotla, and he's just depositing those deliveries there.
Yeah, how do you describe that shot? Outstanding from the Indian captain. A couple of steps down the track. So beautiful. So beautiful, and such strong wrists from Virat Kohli.
5 to go. The slow one, he's picking up well, but there's a fielder in the deep, so just a single. Right, it's a lot of confusion around the Rohit Sharma dismissal. First, when they were checking a bum ball, that was an umpire review, and then you had to go in for a DRS.
Well, the good news is the correct decision was made. Anil Chowdhury was probably watching a different game to everybody else. Not sure how he came to the decision that he did, but the good news is the right decision was made, and the end of Rohit Sharma's brilliant innings. Quite clearly an edge and comfortably taken.
And the soft signal was out, so I'm just trying to figure out where was the bum ball, and I definitely couldn't see the bat hitting the ground, Scotty.
Well, you can see everybody knows it's out except for one guy sitting up in the pavilion getting it wrong.
Dhoni gets into the action, and he says, Kohli, you might be the star today, but I am too. And the smiles all around as India start to nudge 200. He picked that up so easily.
It's fun time. First Virat Kohli, and now MS Dhoni. First ball, slower ball. 25 rows back. 200. Certainly on, well and truly.
So it was a good count, Scotty. 25 rows back. Could have been anything, actually. It was that far back. Right, so whatever happened to the Yorkers? The Yorkers have been vanquished by the slower ones these days. Now into the pull shot, but just a single. So they're playing it in a pattern here, these two. 6-1, 6-1. Captain yesterday, captain today, but both leaders.
That's his first ball, MS Dhoni. And the crowd are getting what they wanted. A masterclass from Rohit Sharma and Shikhar Dhawan, and now the two biggest names in Indian cricket having some fun.
Third man and fine leg inside. It's in the air. There's two going for it. It falls short. 200 comes up and Kohli comes back in strike. Now, how far was it from the man who had to run in? Because the fielder was running towards the ball. Behind him was the one who went for it. That is Kane Williamson.
He never took his eyes off the ball, Kane Williamson. He wasn't going to get there. The two New Zealand champion fast bowlers, Southee and Bolt, have been destroyed. Trent Bolt 1 for 49, none for 43 for Southee. Here we go, last ball.
And he puts that away as well, but should come back for two. No, they'll stay with one. So there's where it all ends. And India will be very happy with what they've got on board here. 202 for 3. And they've got that because the captains come out and produced a flyer after the openers batted so well.
Certainly did. Perfect platform. Huge opening partnership worth 158. Virat Kohli, 26 off just 11 balls. 3 huge sixes.
So that's where it'll end. 202 for 3. And now the question to be asked is 200 enough on this track? And that in itself tells a story of the size of the ground, the kind of the surface, the batting might these days. India playing 6 bowlers, that'll help. The 4 overs of spin, 8 overs rather, a spin would be handy. How much of a factor will dew be? There was dew at the start of the game, remember?
I think it'll be a big factor, but we still saw, even though the ball was wet in this innings, the spinners were able to do a good job. So Chahal and Akshar Patel, their 8 overs are going to be crucial, and much like the chase we saw in Kanpur, if New Zealand are to get close, then that front 3, Munro, Guptill, Williamson, need to do most of the scoring.
So there you go, Rohit Sharma 80, Shikhar Dhawan 80, almost identical number of deliveries. Let's go down to Simon Dew. Yeah. Right, 202 for 3. Rohit Sharma 80, Shikhar Dhawan 80. Pandya came in and went in 2 deliveries. Then Virat Kohli 26 from 11, and he had 3 sixes. And then Dhoni said, right, if everyone's doing it, I might as well too. And he got 7 for 2. Right, it's time now to go down to Simon Dew.
Well, Shikhar Dhawan alongside me. Shikhar, did you enjoy that?
Yeah, I really enjoyed batting on this track, and of course I belong to Delhi and I've played all my cricket over here, and very thankful today that I scored some run for India today on this venue. I really wanted it and it happened. I'm really happy about it.
A little bit of turn out there, a little bit slow sometimes, that surface.
Yeah, spinners bowled it wide and it was turning, so I reckon that our spinner gonna come very handy in this match.
Yeah, well, we expect your spinners to do well as well. Well played tonight. We'll just keep it nice and short and get Ish Sodhi in here. Thanks very much, Shikhar. Ish, come on in.
Pulsating stuff from India's openers, and if the rest of the T20 International Series is the same, it will be well worth a watch. Tune in on Saturday for the second of 3. It's at 1:20 on Sky Sports Cricket. Then the final match could be a decider on Tuesday, again at 1:20, again on Sky Sports Cricket. We're going to take a short break. When we come back, we will have highlights of India's blistering innings for you.
TSB believes that banks should exist to help local people and the communities they live in to thrive. And they're proud to be part of a Britain where millions of people are helping each other every day. That's why they partner Pride of Britain, to celebrate people like these, last year's award winners, who go to extraordinary lengths to help others. Because people helping people is a good thing for all of us, isn't it?
Right, lads, defining moments. My first try for Wales.
Winning the series against the Lions.
1998 World Cup. That walk from the halfway line to the penalty spot. Max?
Well, how long have you got?
Not very long. Sit back. Al, what about you?
I can't compete with any of you sporting legends, so my great defining moment is to come, and it's having a motor show in November. The reason that we're going to do it, every 45 minutes a man loses his life to prostate cancer, and 3 in 4 suicides are male.
This could be the most important thing we do this year.
It's time to stop talking and start growing.
So back to my sporting achievements, right? Seriously?
You are the difference this Movember. Do something good at Movember.com.
TUI, we cross the T's, dot the I's and put you in the middle. TUI, discover your smile at All Protected.
Live sport. You can watch it and you can get involved in it with the latest Coral action. Get a free £10 in-play bet on the India-New Zealand match if your first £10 in-play bet fails to win. Coral, jump in. Available from App Store and now Google Play. When the fun stops, stop.
So he finally sold the house. Congratulations.
Yeah, I'm really pleased.
Did you use purple bricks?
Why would I? They're just online.
No, they're proper estate agents. Real people. You just don't pay commission.
No commission?
No.
Ah, commisery. The misery you feel when you spent thousands on commission but got nothing more for your money. Save yourself from commisery at purplebricks.co.uk.
The Premier League is back with a bang.
Wow, just too hot to handle.
Fixture that fires the imagination. Thrilling game.
A classic confrontation.
Get ready for fireworks. A huge Nissan Super Sunday doubleheader on Sky Sports Premier League. This November, Sky Sports brings you all the drama, action and excitement from the best in the world.
Beautifully crafted. It's a wonder strike. A magnificent display for England. Brilliant in a different league.
Perfect drive, Lewis. Fantastic.
Feel it all. This November on Sky Sports.
Welcome back. As promised, highlights of the first innings of this one-day international, or T20 international between India and New Zealand. Shreyas Iyer made his debut for India, and Ashish Nehra was to play his final match of cricket, all cricket in fact, for India today. New Zealand won the toss and decided to field first. Here's what happened.
Very fine. You can't normally have a fielder as fine as that, so the first boundary comes up. Oh, it's put up. Mid-Santner. It was an irritating height, but you catch those at this level.
And he's a brilliant fielder.
Slow ball, direct hit would have been gone.
Up in the air and into the crowd.
This time the fielder should get to it. No, he doesn't. It goes right under Isodi.
Was that a catch? Was that a catch? Definitely heard two sounds there.
Well, it's gone for it. There's a fielder coming and it's dropped it. Pretty low catch in the end. South is the man. It's another life for an Indian batsman. Again, the sweep shot, he'll get 4. Dhawan is looking good. That would be everything. Wide, no ball, whatever. And it's we'll just it drops it. Doesn't matter. Cracking shot on the offside. That's going to be 4 runs. He's looked good today, Shikhar Dhawan, on his home ground. 9 overs gone. It's 74 for no wicket.
How high, how far? He thinks he's got plenty of it, and he has. Rohit Sharma, another 6 for him. Straight, hard, beats the long, off. 4 more. Oh, a little bit fortunate, but 50 up for Shikhar Dhawan. 3rd T20 international half-century. Pulled away, chance, no. Over the top of Munro. On that boundary now, he get an opportunity to stop one if he wants. Not quick enough. And he's very quick, so good shot. Like that. Right out of the middle, great sound off the bat. Finishes the over with a boundary 6. 125 without loss.
Did he middle it? Has he middled it? Oh, has he? Yes.
Offside this time, all the way along the ground. 4 more.
Now, how far is that going? It's going to go all the way. So the salt is well and truly on.
Can often be the 12 overs. 200 is definitely on. Another boundary this time to Shikhar Dhawan.
Not on this ball. That's another boundary. Oh, that's in. They advertised the fact that he was going to come down the wicket. So India lose a wicket. At last New Zealand have one, but what a fantastic opening partnership this has been. Wow, how well has that been bowled? He's walking, yes, he's given out. It's nothing but the turn and the bounce. Well. Right, this is the over. Random. Right, that's up in the air as well. Will beat the man and go into the boundary for 4. The moment the ball's coming over your shoulder and you're surging and you're circling, it means you got no chance. There he goes. Virat Kohli's arrived at the Firozshah Kotla, but the ball has departed it. There's a fielder there. And another goes down. I think he misjudged it. Because a little late taking off. And once again, a fine fielder drops a catch. It's 174 for 2. Oh, he hits that very well. Well, everybody had moved squarer on the offside, but everybody was still inside the circle. That was the problem with that delivery. He bowled to his field, but it's gone over. And another very expensive bowled over. Now he's got the edge, has he? No, he hasn't. Or has he? The bowler's appealing.
Yeah, I can see the clear spark. Signal out.
Well, lost over Saudi. Oh, there goes Kohli. I think he's just trying to tell us he knows every corner of the Kotla, and he's just depositing those deliveries there. Dhoni gets into the action, and he says, Kohli, you might be the star today, but I am too. And the smiles all around as India start to nudge 200. He picked that up so easily. And he puts that away as well, but should come back for 2. No, they'll stay with 1. So there's where it all ends. And India will be very happy with what they've got on board here. 202 for 3. And they've got that because the captain's come out and produced a flyer after the openers batted so well.
Now 202, stiff target for the Kiwis. Ashish Nehra playing in his farewell match of any type of cricket will take the new ball. Here we go.
Good start. Look at the follow-through. That hasn't changed over the years with him. He's always had a very long follow-through, makes the most of what he has as a bowler. He's not the youngest, he's fittest. But this is a very good opening pair for New Zealand. Look at the strike rate. That's what he focuses on in T20 cricket. The average as well. Pretty impressive.
Yes, I'll be hoping to get a similar kind of start that the Indian openers got.
They call wide attempt at short delivery. Yeah, before play started, this is a home ground for Ashish Nehra, so before play started, very simple, significant felicitation ceremony, and his teammates around him.
Well, there's been a famous photograph of Ashish Nehra, who was a test player then, giving young Virat Kohli, who was a budding school cricketer at that stage, a prize, under 19 cricket, and now of course he's playing under Virat Kohli, and there was Virat Kohli and Mahendra Singh Dhoni giving him a prize as well, a memento. That's a good delivery with 2 dot balls in that over.
Yeah, Ashish Nehra, when you think about his cricket over the years, his 6-wicket haul against England comes to mind at Durban, 2003 World Cup. Crucial game that he won by his wonderful seam bowling. He had the pace, the swing and the seam as well. He's a local boy. Fine leg comes inside the circle. Slip stays in place. Oh, just slightly short of that fielder at point. Was catching height, but just about a foot when it reached the fielder.
Well, it almost carried to that fielder. But good effort that by Manish Pandey. With so many dot balls, just 1 ball off the wide. Guptill will be under pressure now. He'll be wanting to get a boundary, get a 6, get something. He doesn't want a dot ball.
That one comes to short point. Flat bats it for 4. Again, the pace was taken off, but an interesting shot from Guptill.
It's a good shot because he had to wait for it and wait. We talked about the pace coming off it. Slow, and he just waited and waited, rolled his wrists in forehand topspin.
Very seldom do you see that. Very seldom do you see that. Very seldom do you see that where the The batsman and the fast bowler are smiling at a shot being played. There you are. I think they both enjoyed it. It wasn't really a slower delivery, but it came slowly off the pitch. And so Guptill had to really wait for the ball before he played that forehand shot.
The three fielders there for that shot, so it's a good start for Ashish Nehra. 1 over gone. It's 5 for no wicket. He's also managed to break Martin Guptill's bat. Not quite all black New Zealand with their uniform for the T20s. To see the beige come back.
Yeah, they went that way maybe just over a year ago. Quite like it, actually. Something a little different.
I always felt New Zealand uniform, whether it's women's cricket or men's cricket, beautiful designs. There was a contest for best uniform. It would seriously be in contention every time, along with the Indian blue. New Zealand started with a left-arm spinner first over. India in the second over got a spinner in. Already 10 matches at T20 level. 10 matches, 15 wickets. Very excited when the ball was spinning for Sodhi and Sadler. Chahal watching from the dugout. It's the first thing we'll have to look for. Average of 25 with the strike rate touching 150. So Chahal first ball. Pick up single. He has the second fastest 50, Colin Munro, in 14 balls in T20 internationals. Yuvraj the fastest with 12.
I guess if you hit 6 sixes in 1 over, and then to get 14 runs off the other 6 deliveries should not be too much of a problem.
Oh, that's his great strength. Watch for, that was kind of length ball that he bowls right up to the batsman. Seen batsmen struggle to get under it.
Yeah, he's a very good limited overs bowler, but I do believe that he should be also looked at. Oh, that's easy. That should be a catch for mid-off, long off. Oh! What a catch! What a catch that is! That is incredible. He dived at the last moment. And I think they're just checking whether he hit the boundary rope, but outstanding. You won't see so many catches. Such a good catch again.
It'd be a shame if this is a no ball. They're checking the front foot. No, he's fine, so let's get back to the catch. Had a good look at it. We often, as commentators, exaggerate with the catches, saying one of the best you've seen, but it's hard to beat this one, Simon. He ran, he sprinted to his right. It's a full-length dive in the air, body parallel to the ground. One of the very best.
Absolutely incredible. We could see him running around the boundary. Phenomenal. Guptill gone for 4, 6 for 1.
Being diagnosed with a serious illness like cancer can bring financial worries. That's why at Lloyds Bank, we have staff trained by Macmillan Cancer Support to help manage your finances, so you can get on with life. Lloyds Bank, by your side.
You see a lot of catches these days, brilliance in the field. Generally you see the kind of magic that happens around the boundary rope. Fielders getting first touch, go outside the boundary, pop the ball back into play. This is simpler in that regard. It has to be one of the best catches that I've seen. I've been around for a while. Such an athlete.
Yeah, they win matches, don't they? New Zealand put 5 down, I think. 4, definitely. Absolutely brilliant. Just to time that dive there. Stunning from Hardik Pandey. He's a brilliant young athlete, and that is part of the reason why.
And he's the kind of cricketer who will want to make up. If he's failed in one department, then he'll want to make up in the other 2 departments, and there it is. He didn't score runs with the bat. He was promoted up the order ahead of Virat Kohli himself.
Fitness, isn't it? You have to be fit and quick to pull off catches like these. Like a sprinter running. He had such a good look from here, looking down from the commentary box. A long way to go to his right. He sprinted. It wasn't a dive that was well before the ball came. He had to dive to reach that ball there. 7 for 1.
Yeah, it was brilliant. As we look at it, Sanjay, it's probably a pitch and a half, so we're talking 30 metres at least. He sprinted and then dived. So good. We'll enjoy that, as will Chahal.
What is really good to see is that he wanted to stay on his feet as much as possible. He kept running, stayed on his feet. There is a tendency for fielders, we've seen with a couple of New Zealand fielders, to hit the ground before the ball has come, the knees touch the ground. He just wanted to stay on his feet. He was sprinting, and when he realized his sprint was not going to be good enough to get close to the ball, that's when the dive came in. Well done, save some runs. Could be off the thigh pad. To wait for the umpire's signal. Umpire umpiring with the bat, is it? With the batsman. Well, seems like that's a drop catch then.
Yeah, I wonder whether it was just a little bit of glove down that leg side. Walks right across Munro. Top of the thigh pad, isn't it?
I hope the umpires, let's have a look at it again. My feeling, watching those replays, we'll see more, I'm sure. Just to confirm, see more thigh pad than glove, but...
Well, tremendous effort. Would have been 4 runs otherwise. Great effort that from the wicket-keeper.
Yeah, worthwhile having a look at it again, and we'll see that again and again. A lot of cricket shows tonight. Because of his frame as well, he's such an athlete. It's great to watch as well. Now this gives you a great idea how much he had to sprint. And that's the point we were trying to make. He was staying on his feet as much as possible to cover as much ground as possible. For once I've seen him just enjoy his moment. Otherwise he's been pretty subdued for the last one year. With all the highs that he's had.
He summed things up very well, Ashish Nehra, right from the start. Pace off the ball, little cross seamers here and there. Not too much for any of the New Zealand batsmen to hit. Chahal has struck early. Brilliant start. And Williamson's career. 40 matches, good strike rate. That's either at the top of the order or at number 3.
Simon, do you think batsmen are kinder to bowlers who are in their farewell games? A bit emotional. The no ball from Nehra. We've seen a couple of free hits in the Indian batting innings. Nehra seems to have some issue.
I think they were short. I think they were short on fielders inside the circle. There was 3 out.
Yes, the fielder is now coming in from third man, so well done by the officials to spot that. So much happening. Can miss such things. So Nera. Well, it happens to be a free hit, even if it's because of fielders outside the circle. Well done. He's very quick on his feet. That's Chahal.
Very good effort. He's, like you said, he's very, very light on his feet. Quick. He's pulled the ball back and then he crashes into the advertising rope. So it is a good stop, a fair stop. You can see that. Beautiful. Very nicely done.
Not sure about that. I'm gonna stick up for Ashish Nehra as well in his last game.
I'm with Shamshu. Virat Kohli having a word with the umpire as well.
Look where he's standing. It's gone just over the shoulder.
Switching sides, I'm with you.
Thank you, Sanj.
Like some of the politicians around the world, changing parties very quickly. Well, this has gone up. Not too far. Is that Pandya under the ball again? Misses on the second attempt. That would have been brilliant had he taken the catch.
Well, cricket is a funny game, isn't it? He takes an outstanding catch in the previous over. Absolutely breathtaking catch. And this was not easy. Running backwards is never easy. But he made it. Again, he's so quick on his feet. He's made it, and because he's made it, you would expect him to catch it.
8 runs from the over. 3 overs gone. It's 15 for 1.
Boy, it would have been terrific for Ashish Nehra playing his farewell game to have got a wicket, and that too of Munro, who can be dangerous. But still, India have begun well. They have restricted the New Zealanders, scoring only 15 of 3 overs. The asking rate now has gone up to 11.
So just like New Zealand, just that 1 over of spin with the new ball. And Chahal has been replaced by Bhuvaneshwar Kumar. He's had a terrific season with both bat and ball. 1 off game last match at Kanpur.
Well, it's one thing New Zealand could possibly try is to just rejuvenate those thoughts from the last match. Try and put Bhuvaneshwar Kumar under pressure. First 3-4 balls of his spell.
That's where I think Colin Munro was adding that X factor at the top of the order, doing things differently. He went for 92 runs in the last game, Bhuvaneshwar Kumar. Bowled an important over though, the 49th, where a lot of people thought Bumrah should have bowled it. When it mattered, kept the runs down in that over. Yeah, just got the ball too close to his body, couldn't get his hands the right position because of that. Love to have a wicket. This farewell international game. Pandya again.
One from 6, Kane Williamson can't find the gap. New Zealand desperately in need of making the most of this first 6 overs in particular.
In the air, but Shikhar Dhawan won't get there. But his partner will. Akshar Patel. Well, he's overdone the flick. slightly offline, Bhuvaneshwar Kumar. New Zealand getting 3 of that one.
Long distance to cover for Akshar Patel, but he did well. New Zealand need big overs. Field restrictions for the first 6 overs. 2 fielders outside the 30-yard circle for the first 6 overs. Then the fielding captain can have more.
And here's the danger man for Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, India as well, Colin Munro. Open stance. Oh, well done! Right in the block hole. Vengeance for Bhuvaneshwar Kumar.
Waiting on the short one. He was waiting on the bouncer. Brilliant from Bhuvaneshwar Kumar. Munro took him about the park in the last game of the One Day International. Not tonight. 87 mile an hour. Right on the money. Way too late, Munro. Doesn't take long to get back on top for very fine players, and Bhuvaneshwar Kumar does that tonight. Munro gone for 7, 18 for 2.
Kissimmee Sunshine RV Park is yours.
You bought it on scene.
Yeah. I think we can make something of this.
So do I. Dad! Put some trunks on.
Brand new Living the Dream. Thursday at 9 on Sky One.
It's really great to watch him bat, Tom Latham. Consistent right through that one-day series, showed great skills and temperament right through that series. Played spin as well. T20, Simon. What about T20s and Tom Latham?
Well, he would have said, but he wouldn't have been in the side. He wouldn't have been in the starting lineup prior to the one-day internationals, but he played so well and forced the selectors' hands. Whether it be the seamers or the spinners in particular, he batted beautifully. Ross Taylor wasn't in the original squad for the T20s, so with what Tom Latham has done in those one-day internationals, he's deserved a slot. He deserved a place in this side.
Slowly finding his line after that wicket. Needed something like that, Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, early in his spell. Spot on this.
Yes, the late swinging delivery. He might have just got a bit of an inside edge on it, but he was clearly too late on the shot. And like Simon said, I think he was anticipating, he was waiting for the short ball because he'd been peppered with short deliveries in the previous one-day game. Another dot ball. 3 of the over, 18 for 2.
Great start from Bhuvi. Just the 3 runs, an important wicket as well. Martin Guptill is gone, so this is a great start. 2 T20 batsmen with good T20 records. Back in the dressing room. Oh dear, India got 202 for 3. Dhawan was the aggressor when those two were together. And as he went through the innings, Rohit Sharma just quickened up his pace, and in the end just 80 of just 55 balls. Virat Kohli looked good for his 26th not out. The spinners were really the stars for New Zealand. Santner was economical, so they're getting the wickets again. So Ashish Nehra has been given a break, couple of overs, and replaced by Jasprit Bumrah, the star from the last game. Harsha Bhogle was wondering where are the Yorkers. New Zealand were bowling, but we've seen some good ones from India. And this is just excellent thinking. Have a look at this. Look at where the ball is pitched for Munro. Happened to Rohit Sharma in one of the one-day games. So that's what he's expecting, that's what he's tuned to playing, and then suddenly this happens. Completely different proposition.
And that's why Bhuvaneshwar Kumar is such a fine bowler. He completely outthought Colin Munro on that occasion. I've seen since that first game, it's been short balls and slower balls for the most part to Munro. There's Tom Latham. His stats need work.
Good effort, diving forward. I think that was Shreyas Iyer there. Was that his first touch of the ball? Had one earlier?
Well, the ball got up a little more than Tom Latham anticipated. Good effort. Wasn't going to carry, but still making the effort.
Oh, that's gone quickly. Past second slip. It's going to be 4 runs. The Shikhar Dhawan at first, very wide.
Never mind if it's come off the middle of the bat or the outside edge like this. This is a good delivery. Look at the way it's taken off a little bit away from the left-hander. And therefore the edge. He's been in form, Tom Latham, so he won't have too many edges. He's been middling most in the one-day series.
He's getting the ball to move off the pitch. Just looking at Tom Latham's numbers, Simon. Average very low, strike rate as well, just 100. He was there in the original T20 squad, not just recent form that has kept him in the playing 11.
The recent form has popped him into the 11. They would have been looking at Glenn Phillips to keep wicket and bat in the top order. So that would have been the situation coming into the T20s, I believe. But the form of Tom Latham through those one-dayers has warranted a spot in this middle order. Just got to find a way to look at those numbers. They were phenomenal. Tough situation to walk in at. You've still got to create a strike rate because the guys in prior to you have not done that. The opening batsmen have failed to do it, so it's not an easy spot to come and bat.
How good is Bumrah? He's got the batsman to defend in a T20 innings. A couple of balls are getting the edges, beating the batsman.
Those 2 early wickets will also make New Zealand's batsmen maybe just wait a little bit before they open their shoulders.
Excellent over, 6 runs coming off it. 5 overs gone, 24 for 2.
.24 for 2 after 5 overs. New Zealand have lost Guptill and Munro. And India have been pretty much on fire these 5 overs. India playing 5 full bowlers today. The effect is showing. Bhuvaneshwar Kumar comes on. 4 good overs. You got Bumrah coming in to bowl the 5th. Now Bhuvaneshwar the 6th. I think it's been proven now across the world with the amount of franchise cricket there is in T20 cricket that it's a good bowling side that's more likely to win a match. And India have backed their team with 5 proper bowlers, each of whom is a lead bowler for his franchise side.
I think you couple that too with the fact that I think India have been intelligent and smart with their tactics. It's not just about the skills. They've attacked Guptill and Munro with spin early on because they know they don't like it. And they were quick to adjust to Munro when he gets going with the short ball. And slower balls to be variations.
Well, he played that shot well, and it's gone the distance. Just wonder how much these shots are premeditated.
100% premeditated. That's what the answer to that one is. It's two batsmen in New Zealand, two of the more skillful players, but not big power players. More likely to look for that region and perhaps back over the bowler's head.
He'll just get a single. It's not his game to be coming charging down. He wants a second, he won't get it. I think the game's evolved to an extent where you need not be a power hitter. You can still get 8 and over. 8, 9 and over. That's what New Zealand will want from Williamson. They want the power hitters around him. A batsman I've just so enjoyed watching is coming now, Tom Latham. Sometimes you look at a batsman, his will be the first name I'll go to now in a New Zealand card because it just looks so impressive. But as Sanjay Manjrekar was saying a little while back, does he have the game to play at 200-run chase? There's a fielder in the deep as well.
I thought Tom Latham was the best New Zealand batsman on the tour 12 months ago here in India as well. And what that says is in these conditions, he's one of the first players you put down on the team sheet. Where he did struggle, if he did, in one-day cricket in New Zealand throughout this last New Zealand season, was the extra bounce that Australia and South Africa came at him with. And they were able to tie him up with that good length delivery, much like what we saw in the last over from Jasprit Bumrah. Same line and length, dead straight. So he'll keep evolving. If he can do that, then it's quite a find, I think, for New Zealand to bat in that number 5 spot.
You saw when Sunrisers won the IPL in 2016, they won it on the back of a very strong bowling side. You really need 5-6 batsmen, don't you, in a T20 game? And you've got 5 full bowlers. It's often a better way to go about it, and India have picked the right combination today. Asking rate is 12. You see Nehra, Bumrah, Chahal, Bhuvneshwar and Akshar, 5 full bowlers. Oh, beautiful ball. See, you can still enjoy a good delivery in a T20 game. 33 for 2.
Certainly can. What a delivery this is. We saw Bumrah in the last over get a little bit of nip away from the left-hander. This time, same delivery. Looking to just knock it into the leg side. High-class bowling.
Bhuvneshwar Kumar has now bowled 2 overs, 1 for 12. And we're seeing the left-arm spinner coming. Just thinking, looking at it from a New Zealand point of view, we're looking and saying, right, which bowler can we target for 50-55 runs in 4 overs? And when you're playing regular bowlers, then the answer often is none.
India has packed themselves with options, haven't they? They've got Hardik Pandya as well today. 4 seamers. And Akshar Patel generally is very tidy. Just that nagging length. He's got that natural angle and the height from where he bowls. And this is the last delivery from the previous over. Absolute Jaffa. Just shaping in and then just leaving him. And that's all you can offer. Because sometimes a good delivery is good delivery in any form of the game.
Well, just to keep that argument going, well, a point of view, not an argument. If you've got to look for a bowler who's going to concede 4 overs 50, the problem for New Zealand is, 1, they've got to find that bowler, and 2, from now on, with the asking rate 12.37, every bowler has to go 4 overs for 50.
And the way that India have bowled, I'm not sure New Zealand will find that bowler. One thing I think the two teams have been different. New Zealand went searching for wickets, and therefore they gave up a few more poor 4 balls to hit. India have been disciplined. And they've said, well, we'll wait for you to hit us rather than go searching.
Well, the pressure's going to be on Latham now, because he's got 6 of 10. We're in the 7th over. So the pressure on him to start playing the bigger shots, because the asking rate will start going up with every delivery. Very often you pace yourself and say, right, if I can get 2 or 3 overs that are 16, 17 run overs, then right, that's what I need over 20 overs. New Zealand now need every over to be a 12, 13 run over.
So which means that they have to go at every bowler. That's where you find who's the one who's going to be under pressure, be put under pressure. If you take it to the last ODI, Bhuvneshwar Kumar has been a bang. But he was targeted in the very first over, and then his analysis was very different at the end of the day. So in a T20 game, you're going to have those 2 bowlers who are going to leak runs.
Who's the batsman then who's going to play the flyer from here for New Zealand? Is it Colin de Grandhomme who will come and play the big shots down the ground? He couldn't do it when the occasion was needed, when the occasion presented itself in the last ODI. So who's the batsman who's going to come and play this big flyer that New Zealand need?
It's a good question. A young, not a debutant, but early in his career, Tom Bruce, who's powerful striker of the ball. He'll be in next. Good first over though from Akshar Patel, 38 for 2.
Live sport. You can watch it and you can get involved in it with the latest Coral action.
Get a free £10 in-play bet on the India-New Zealand match if your first £10 in-play bet fails to win.
Available from App Store and now Google Play.
It's something I've always wanted to ask a lot of people, and every time I've asked it, I've got mixed answers. This thing that they're doing over there, just carrying a carpet across and the rope across, how much does it help combat?
It just takes everything along with it. All you see is just water getting displaced and moved around.
Well, if it could absorb water, then you wouldn't want a rope, you just want a whole surface. Maybe it just takes away little droplets off from it. This is the action so far. Absolutely stunning catch that by Hardik Pandya. The kind of catch you see it from different angles, it looks even more impressive. Then Ashish Nehra had the opportunity to pick a wicket. This is probably the easier of the 2 catches, though he was running back. He covered a fair bit of ground.
Indian quick bowlers, though, have been on the money, making New Zealand batsmen invent new strokes. Tight start, hasn't it, from India? Those 2 early wickets putting New Zealand under pressure. Kane Williamson going it just to run a ball, and Tom Latham barely able to get going at 6 off 11. 12.69 runs per over needed. The boundaries need to flow, just 2 fours and the solitary 6 in the first 7 overs of this run chase.
So Guptill for 4, Munro for 7. Ashish Nehra 2 overs for 13 is getting ready to bowl his 3rd. Chahal 1 over for 2, he's taken a wicket. Bhuvneshwar has taken a wicket. Bumrah's bowled 1 good over. They'll hold him back for the end, and Akshar Patel has started well too. The difference between the current run rate and required run rate requires something dramatic to happen from here. If it does, we've got a great evening ahead.
Yeah, in a T20, to be able to sustain 2 runs per ball for such a long period is never easy. And especially given the way Indians have attacked and the way they've bowled, they've definitely got a task on hand. Kane Williamson, we've seen him change gears during the IPL and in T20 games. Some of the success of New Zealand has to be attributed to the way he's gone about playing the game. But this is a tough chase now.
I can understand India wanting to move on. Ashish Nehra is 38, 39 years old. There's some good young bowlers coming. I still think he's good enough to be, if I was a franchise owner, I'd be looking at him. Definitely to be a 4 overs bowler.
And that's exactly what I asked him. And he said, look, I've only trained and worked hard to be able to play for the country. So once I decided to give up on playing or having ambitions to play for my country, and the fact that there are so many good players coming around, I don't want to be playing any other form of the game as well. Which is a gutsy call in a day of lucrative IPL contracts, to be able to do that. Well done. Effort there. Short one, Akshay Patel. Not able to stop that.
The other side of that coin too, isn't it, Karthik, is when you're mentally finished, you say you've had enough, you're not enjoying it as much as you used to. No amount of money or training or pride will bring you back. And judging by that answer, what you're telling me is that in his own mind he said, you know what, I've had enough.
Yeah, and sometimes we all know it. At 38, 39, you don't get up, you're...
Oh, got a hand to it. Would have been a stunner. Right on the edge of the circle. I think he's timed his jump all right too. It's just that it's maybe a couple of inches too high.
It's a brilliant effort. Kane Williamson not quite timing it to perfection, but having to move just a little bit to his right meant that he couldn't get the big jump that he needed. And those either stick or they don't. Even the bowler acknowledges it was a pretty decent attempt.
And coming back to the point we were making, Scotty, I think sometimes when we get hit that 38, 39, you're constantly pressing the snooze button and the alarm. Your body refuses to wake up. The lonely hours in the gym.
Come on, you two young men.
Yeah, that's what happens when you go through injuries. The amount of cricket one has played, you definitely want to sleep a bit more.
Gee, these two young men pretending they are 70 years old.
Sometimes in cricketing parlance, when you hit 38, 39, it feels like 70.
Ten of that over from Ashish Nehra. It's 48 for 2.
Partnership with 39. Lodge's 30. 27 balls. Run rate required getting up towards 13. Ashish Nehra in his final match has been excellent. None for 23 for him off 3.
Right, it was 48 for 2, New Zealand. It's those two little red rectangles on overs number 2 and 4 that have hurt them. Well bowled, is just bowling slightly slower through the air.
Just getting it to term. We saw the New Zealand spinners do exactly that. Nice shot, but brilliantly fielded. Kohli this time, 2 and 2 overs for him.
Gee, he's been on fire in the field, hasn't he? Sometimes we see this with a lot of great batsmen, because everyone talks about their batting, don't often mention how good they are in the field. And Virat's been fantastic.
I think the athleticism of the Indian side has just gone through the roof over the last 15, 20, 30 years. Brilliant athletes now.
Here's an example of that. 2 efforts from Hardik Pandya. Look at the distance he's got to cover on that. The ball's in the air for a long time, but he's still got to put in that magnificent dive. He completes the catch. Now what about this one? Still got to run back, what, about 15 yards, right?
It is the tougher of the 2 catches. Every time you have to backpedal, you're never in control because you're always circling, the ball's always circling. You're never in the good position to judge, and that's exactly what happened with Hardik Pandya. The first one, he was brilliant because when you dive, sometimes you catch the ball, and then once the elbow hits the ground, that's when it pops out. He managed to hold on to it, still tumble.
Oh, a rare lap. A function of how much further you had to actually run. Just 6 of the over, it's not good enough. 54 for 2 from 9.
No, it's not. Getting up.
I'm afraid, Daniel, you have cancer. I was wrong. I'm not ill.
You're as fit as a fisherman.
We're going to say that you cured me.
Come here and help me fix this situation.
Brand new comedy, Sick Note, starts Tuesday at 10 on Sky One.
And you're using their 6th bowler, Hardik Pandya. Sometimes, even if you don't need to use a bowler, you give an over or 2 in between. You give yourself a lot of options at the back end. Oh, there's the edge. What a great phase in life to be when you can do no wrong.
Not express pace, but he gets a lot of bounce out of his action. 131 kilometres an hour. Short and wide. Williamson felt he could have put that away. And the move works. Everything turning to gold for Virat Kohli and his team. Excellent seam position. You can see how wide it was. Normally an area where Williamson loves them. Simple catch for Dhoni and the New Zealand skipper. And his disappointment is on his way back to the pavilion. New Zealand will lose their third. 28 for Kane Williamson, 54 for 3.
Be one with innovation and embrace victory. Hanguk Tyre and Real Madrid. Together as one. Be one with it. Hanguk Tyre, global partner of...
Not a bad stage, is it, if you're a young man coming out to bat? Tom Bruce coming out to join another young man, Tom Latham. Tenth over, 54 for 3. New Zealand needed another 149. This game isn't moving away from New Zealand, it's galloping away from them. Here's Tom Bruce, 5 matches. The reason he's in the side is he strikes at 130. Not a bad first shot.
He's got a lot of power, as Tom Bruce, and is an exciting young talent, just getting going in his career. He's there because of the New Zealand skipper, just finding a faint outside edge.
It's a unique catching style, isn't it, from Dhoni? It's like the crocodile's jaws just shutting on the ball. That was the end of Williamson.
You spoke about Tom Bruce. Whatever evidence from the first ball, the swing speed was definitely 130 there.
Right, that'll run away for 4. And he got wit. And in all fairness, therefore, Latham used it well.
And this is why Kane Williamson will be feeling sick. This is a similar delivery to the one that he was dismissed on. And he was trying to do the exact same thing. Tom Latham in terrific form. Doesn't miss out. India have been excellent to him, giving him no width whatsoever.
Yeah, his back closer to the body. That is about where they were bowling to him all along, not giving him any width at all.
Just mentioned how they'd been tight, and only that last boundary was the first wide delivery he'd received. Kept them quiet. There's India of Tom Latham. Excellent bowling. Most left-handers like to cut and to knock the ball off their hip.
I said that one of the best shots that he played in the limited overs leg was when he would literally just pick the ball up on the onside. Oh, there he goes. That's the reason he's here. Comes and plays his first big game in India. One big shot, second for 4. 10 of the over so far.
Once again, a bit of width because it was banged into the surface. It already made room, so it was easy to free those arms. You can see him moving aside. Even a delivery on or around the off stump has got enough. Once again, backing away, following him this time. 11 of the over, it's 65 for 3.
Got to say, slightly disappointing chase so far from New Zealand, considering their #1 ranked status in T20 internationals. They have never beaten them in T20 internationals. It's expecting a little more, but who knows? Things can quickly change. Akshar Patel, the second spinner. The team doing a fair job.
Yeah, we've seen Bruce bat for 4 deliveries, and all those 4 have been trying to back away and cut, even against the spinner.
Nice of him to not run for that run. You're entitled to run if you want to. He was being polite, like all of you guys. They're worried about his sweep shot, so field on the offside for that reverse sweep. He goes normal this time and pick up a single. He's let that ball go. That's Dhoni again. The batsman may have made the ground, but it's just great watching Dhoni do all these things.
Give it the side on, please.
There's a good chance the batsman would have made it. I love the way he lets the ball go at the stumps.
Rock and roll once. Yeah, looks okay to me. Yeah, be ready with my decision.
Yeah, as we expected, the batsman made his crease, but some entertainment from Dhoni. It's his domain, it's his territory. He knows exactly where the stumps are. He's been around that place for a long time. So many matches. Seen all the angles. The ball coming and hitting the stumps.
Change in field, because he's been trying to play that inside-out shot. The man goes to deep extra cover. If he's going to send a telegram to a bowler every time that he's going to be doing this duly, they're not going to allow him to play too many shots there.
Just one more look at that clever play. He knows exactly where those stumps are, Dhoni. If it was looking like missing, he would have just tapped the little glove onto it. That's from Akshar Patel, just giving that a little bit of air. Trying to take Tom Latham away from the sweep shot, and they'll pick up an extra.
making room to play on the offside. He'll get a single. 6 runs from the over, 71 for 3.
Well, they've been on top for 31 overs now, India. Very few moments in that first innings that New Zealand had to look forward to or highlight. So there's a couple of tidy overs from Ish Sodhi, 3 in particular, some nice work.
Look at India's run rate and where New Zealand have to go to win this game. Are there any game changers with the bat down the order? You know what Tom Latham can do. Tom Bruce is a slightly unknown factor.
He's got power, Tom Bruce. Henry Nicholls next in. Not a renowned 2020 player again.
So Dhawan do that to Ish Sodhi a lot, pulling him whenever he bowled those top spinners. Tom Latham's highest score in T20s. Now you might just see the leg spinner coming from Chahal, trying to adjust his field straight. Hardik Pandya, he wants him to come straighter.
I don't think he'll change too much here, Tom Bruce. He'll look to go long off, maybe extra cover over the top in that area.
Oh, well done. That was short, but coming back in. That was the leg spinner that would have been spanked on the offside.
They've seen him try and back away, so brought that in very sharply. Googly from middle stem, trying to shape away.
Field also just like Sodhi for the right-hander. Tosses that one up. Yeah, those were the 3 boundary riders that Sodhi had. And no one in the circle in that direction, just one fielder on the leg side inside the circle. This is the kind of scene we see, isn't it, during the IPL as well. People standing in the aisle. Always draws a good crowd. Kotla, that is right in the center of the city, also helps. Good public transport system too. Get a single. They need more than that required rate now. 15.38, 80 for 3.
It all stems from the start that New Zealand got. India put them under pressure right from the early stages. Gupta went to a brilliant catch, and Rose struggled to get going. Williamson just a touch better than a runner ball when a lot more was required. So it's been good bowling from India and different batting from New Zealand.
Yeah, it was short and wide for Kane Williamson. He was bitterly disappointed when he got out. And Tom Bruce came in and smacked the same ball for 4. How the game goes. It's Colin de Grandhomme. He's got his helmet on. Akshar Patel.
Nice bowling from Akshar Patel. Taking the pace off to Latham right there and allowing Latham to use that pace to sweep. So very clever.
Yeah, and he's trying to sweep the ball early on. Every time he went down to sweep, the ball was bouncing and hitting him on top of either the glove. And then every time he's seen him coming down the track, he has shortened the length, slowed it down. Very smart, Akshay Patel.
And if you notice, he's bowled quicker to the more power hitter, which is Tom Bruce in this case. And every time Latham is on strike, he's gone slow. This is, of course, the right-hander. The ability to hit big shots. He goes quicker, slower to Latham.
Yeah, and also bowl wide outside the off stump, which makes him drag the ball. You're shaping to hit somewhere else, and you have to force yourself to play the ball from somewhere else. And that's exactly what you want to do to a left-hander. You try and bowl to the stumps, they tend to hit you with the spin. It's easier, or it gets closer to them. So he's been good with that respect, Akshay Patel.
It's gone up. Is it up and over? No. Straight into the hands of Rohit Sharma. So Akshay Patel strikes. Another wicket falls for New Zealand. And the required rate has climbed to 16.36.
Yeah, Tom Bruce tried doing something different this time around. He was going inside out or shaping to card. Stood his ground. Went for the slog sweep. Once again, slow through the air. Giving him that bounce. Hitting the top of the bat and an easy catch. Made it look very easy, Rohit Sharma. Home delivery. 83 for 4. Tom Bruce goes for 10.
So Tom Bruce was the last wicket to fall, 10 of 10. So New Zealand really struggling here. Until now, great record against India in T20 internationals. So looks like India was just going to make it 5-1 here. Another sweep shot from Latham.
Also in this T20 game, you've had the luxury of one extra spinner for that sweep shot, which wasn't there sometimes in a one-day game. Yeah, it's lock sweep. Big hoik. Colin de Grandhomme was expected to take New Zealand home in the last ODI. Slog sweep. It's gone up in the air. Shikhar Dhawan underneath it. Once again, another catch, another fine catch. And the second wicket in this over. And a wonderful spell of left arm spin from Akshay Patel. 4 overs, 2 for 20. And New Zealand in disarray.
Wasn't quite home delivery, was it? He had to walk or run maybe to his left about 6 or 7 meters, but in the end, another simple catch. Slightly away from his body. And a typical Shikhar Dhawan celebration. Rohit Sharma joins in. Synchronized. De Grandhomme gone for 0.84 per high. Yeah, India in a very commanding position. They'll concede that extra run here. batsman was well home, but that's Shreyas Iyer, the young man. The umpires have gone upstairs, taking no chances.
Can we side on, please? Yeah, looks okay to me. Just show one more time because fielder was covering. Looks okay to me. Just show one more time. Yeah, I'm ready with my decision.
Batsman teased him, didn't he? Tempted the fielder into a throw. Good bowling. They'll get a single. India happy to concede the singles now.
You know, it's easy to probably sit back and criticise Colin de Grandhomme for what he did, but I'd rather see the team all out in the 18th, trying to win. I've got no issue with what he did. Trying to run rates at 17 and over, 18 and over. He's a power player. He hasn't got time to see him get himself set or see himself in.
Is that the after effect of the previous game? Sometimes you criticize yourself, saying or feeling that, oh, I couldn't put bat to ball, I need to redeem myself, and then you play a shot like that.
Yeah, true. And Tom Bruce, much the same. He came in a situation where you win 1 from 20 if you're lucky, and you've got to throw the bat at the ball very early on in the innings, and that's exactly what de Grandhomme did. Not his issue tonight.
Well, he saw Dhoni hit the first ball for a 6. Another good delivery. Look at the line as well. The ball always going away from the left-hander.
I think it's a mighty good delivery for a leg spinner to have with that arm action. If it's sliding out, I saw Praveen Tambe doing it really well to the left-handers. It slides down as well. So it's difficult to play a sweep shot or hit you over mid-wicket.
And I've said this before as well. That is the thing with wrist spinners that you get in T20 cricket. Virat is not going to be worried bowling Chahal to a left-hander or a right-hander. That's why more and more off-spinners going out of T20 cricket, the wrist spinners taking their places.
Absolutely correct, Sanjay, because they can do different things with their action, whereas a finger spinner can only do as much.
Wonder whether there was late communication between those two fielders. 14 overs gone. It's 19 for 5. I just have a look at the boundary to confirm that it was all hygienic out there. It was. He's happy. 90 for 5, and we'll have another break with our mopping. So it's 90 for 5. New Zealand at the moment seem to be hopelessly out of this chase. The required rate has climbed to almost 19. You see there, just 6 overs left, 113 to get. Lost 5 wickets, all the dangerous players gone. Kaptil not having a good tour. Such a great player. What a catch from Hardik Pandya. Bundle of energy. Nice to be young, and then this Bhuvaneshwar Kumar delivery. Perfect Yorker. Bad ball gets you wickets sometimes. Good ones at that. Trying to sweep this one over the boundary, only to find the fielder. This one goes straight up. The golden duck for de Grandhomme. Haven't taken that catch. Spinners generally have had a good match here at the Kotla, despite the size of the ground.
Yeah, they have. New Zealand spinners bowled tidily. Akshar Patel has had a brilliant spell. Chahal, 3 overs, 1 for 17. Tom Latham standing alone.
Akshar once again amongst the wicket. He's got 2. We saw during the one-day series a graphic about bowlers getting most wickets. 2017 he was right up there. So don't realize Akshar Patel, we look at him as an economical bowler, but he gets you wickets as well. Bumrah is back in the attack. India lost the toss but had a good start with their openers. Both Rohit Sharma and Shikhar Dhawan getting 80s. Shikhar Dhawan actually was the man who gave the Indian innings the energy that it needed right at the start. Once Rohit Sharma was watching the partner get runs, tongue the ball. He's not quite timed that. The fielder will take it on the bounce. Oh, he's missed it completely. And that may be 4 as well. What a field for a debutant. He's completely missed the curve of the ball. That's the way to do it. Can understand the nerves playing your first match.
Watch the spin. Watch the spin. That's what they'll be yelling. It's gone out. And it's just spun the other way and beaten him. He was actually doing the right thing, because normally that ball would go in the direction that Shreyas Iyer is running. But it's actually turned the other way. Like a legs, it was like a Chahal delivery.
So well bowled by the batsman.
Yeah, he was given a few loose deliveries to begin with. A few on the onside to get him going. He's very strong there. Anything square on the offside. Some cheekiness involved. Some fluent shots on the offside as well. Just the energy which it needed. That's gone. That's definitely gone. A direct hit from the captain himself, signaling to everyone that he is gone. Henry Nicholls knew it immediately and is walking back to the pavilion. No one needed to give that decision.
Brilliant from the skipper. He's quick, hunting in, nice and close. Well and truly gone. Throws the stumps down. Nicholls looking for a quick one, couldn't get there. Gone for 6, 94 for 6.
So the New Zealand innings slowly and surely falling apart here. They've lost the 6th wicket. Bumrah in the attack. Bowls a slow delivery. Henry Nicholls going for 6 of 7. Never easy when you're at mid-off and mid-on and charging the ball. He attacked the ball very early. More difficult position to pull a run out from, because the ball is coming towards you. You have to attack it, even if it's hit pretty hard at you.
And before this over is finished, this is something which he practices every day on both sides, with the net in place. A Yorker to finish that over. The 15th over, it's 95 for 6.
.95 for 6 after 15. Williamson made 28, but really just Bruce with 10 in double figures. Tom Latham, 35, keeping it going. Right, here's Shahel. Let's get a single, maybe come back for 2. No, it'll run away for 4. I thought third man was in business. Well, it just kept running away from him.
It's also called picking your fieldsman. Ashish Nehra, those old tired legs, as Murali Kartik says. Chasing after that. Well bowled too. A little slower, a little wider from Chahal.
Yeah, 99 for 6 if this was a boxing game, boxing bout. The referee would have stopped the contest by now. 104 from 29 balls.
Chahal knows that they're going to look for the big slot shot. Therefore bowling wide of the stumps, wide of the left-handers off stump. Getting the ball to go away as well. Bowling the wrong one.
Oh, that'll be it. With Dhoni an inch is enough to pull off a stumping. Latham almost gave him a yard. Waiting for the ball that would turn. It's beautifully bowled by Yuzvendra Chahal.
Yes, once again, a little wide of the stumps. Again, the wrong one. Turning away, easy stumping for Mahendra Singh Dhoni. But what a delivery. It's a very good delivery. Lots of thought in that. Tom Latham, the informed batsman, gone for 39. 99 for 7.
Tim South is the new man in. 104 needed of 27. How do you bat in a situation like this? But he did it in his own way. And you'll see the funny side too.
Oh, nicely done. Oh, there it is, nicely done. Virat is loving it. And I'll tell you one thing, if Yuvraj Singh has seen it on television, he is going to write about it, he's going to tweet about it.
Yeah, he's going to get one more over for sure. Ashish Nehra ji.
Yes, she's extremely popular, Ashish Nehra.
It's been a bit of a procession, this New Zealand. Now, of course, they're caught between attacking and trying to get that run rate down and trying to make a statement, and they got caught in between.
Googly again, wasn't it? Quick hands. Tom Latham hiding to nothing for him. 39 off 36. Even he's struggled a little bit in this innings.
It's a peculiar one, isn't it? 102 for 25. You know you can't win it, but you've still got to make an appearance of going for it, because otherwise it looks even worse. Yes, he's been experimenting with that right through the series. Got the edge that he wanted, but will run away for 4. 10 of the over, 105 for 7 after 16.
I'm not sure Tim Southee knows any other way to play. A little wider to Tom Latham, trying to stay away from that sweep shot. Has been the tactic, and Chahal gets his man in the end. Excellent bowling.
.98 of 24. The camera's following Ashish Nehra for a while. He looked a bit confused, everyone did. But the ball's with Bumrah, who's bowled 2 overs for 11. See, in the last couple of minutes, he's been to 3 different parts of the ground. Eventually Nehra will settle at square leg, which is being sent on a bit of a chase. Here's Bumrah. And as this match draws to close, the match being held in the shadow of a very, very sad event if you're following Indian cricket, with the BCCI and the passing away of the former general manager of operations, but also an outstanding domestic cricketer, Dr. M.V. Sridhar, very popular with most people who came in, who interacted with him. Firstly knew him from well before he came to the BCCI. We share a common hometown. I think VVS Lakshman provided the best tribute to him when he said that his elder brother who taught him how to bat long, because M.V. Sridhar played some really long innings in domestic cricket, just 51 years old. Way too young. That's VVS Lakshman, who it's also his birthday today. So yes, just 51 years old. Doc Sridhar was very, very popular in cricketing circles. Well, what do you do with 96 of 22? You just say, look, the game's over. Let's play out the next 22. And that'll go away, one bounce for 4.
That's exactly what you do, Harsha.
There you are.
Well, you still have a responsibility to entertain the crowd. People have paid their hard-earned money to come in and watch good. Self was over, but I think both sides recognise that they're in an entertainment business.
Slight correction there. The crowds have paid good money to see entertaining cricket from India and to see India win. So if the next 20 balls are like this, dot balls, given out, going for a big shot, got an outside edge, he's not waiting. So that's another wicket gone. 1-1-1 for 8. Tim Saudi, after having hit the previous ball for a boundary, going for a repeat shot, just getting an outside edge, a thick outside edge actually. You can see it's a thick outside edge, and Dhoni makes no mistake.
Closer to the toe of the bat as it looked like on that replay. Southee gone for 8. It's 1-1-1 for 8 now. New man in is Sodhi. Inderbir Singh Sodhi in front of Jasprit Singh Bumrah. There was the edge.
Yes, wasn't the outside edge. In fact, it was probably the bottom edge. Q end of the. That's what Dhoni is suggesting.
6 of this over and a wicket. What a great option to have coming in at this time. That'll run away. Played very fine. You never have a fielder that the ball boy was caught napping a little bit, but he'll be up now. 1-1-5 for 8.
Well, the 2 New Zealand batsmen did all the bowling, and they will have to see out the last 18 deliveries as well. Santner and Sodhi were good with the ball, as were Akshar Patel and Chahal.
Right, 115 for 8 from 17 overs. So if you like the numbers, it's 88 of 18 balls. But there's a little buzz around the ground now. because Virat Kohli has done what he must. I thought he was... my mistake. I thought he'd actually thrown it to Nehra. He's given it to Bhuvneshwar. Well, he's thrown the ball to Bhuvneshwar Kumar, not Ashish Nehra. Well, given the amount of sentiment around Ashish Nehra, I thought he might slip in a last one. He doesn't want to be left with nobody to bowl to. Everyone else has picked up a wicket. Maybe the next one. But strictly speaking, with Pandya having bowled one, he doesn't need to, but I don't think it'll go that way. Four runs, there's nobody in there. The man on the boundary, very square, 45 degree.
It's on his pads. And a length ball, so he could get under it. Again, maybe the ball's not quite coming onto the bat as much as the batsmen are expecting, because you're getting bottom edges.
Sometimes you can think the game is over, but you can still earn an inch somewhere because you're going to play each other again. Shots like those, I mean, you can look at with Sandner batting like that, good catch by the ball boy, and say, right, here's something we gained from this, that Sandner can bat at the end like that.
It will certainly do his confidence for the next game a world of good. He bowled well. Only the last over he was taken for runs, but the first 3 overs were pretty inexpensive. And this is a good catch by this young man. Nicely judged.
I really do like the idea of putting under 14, under 16 kids as ball boys. They get the feeling they're in the middle of the action. They just need any inspiration. They might be told that Tendulkar's a ball boy at the '87 World Cup. And I think, just to round off that story, Tendulkar's son Arjun was the ball boy in Tendulkar's last test match in Mumbai. But India reaping the benefits of playing 5 full bowlers here. And I think that's the way it'll be from now on, with Pandya always as the possible 6th bowler, given that he can bat in the top 6. Akshar Patel can bat at 7. Bhuvneshwar is batting well too. So the balance of the Indian team today was just about right.
Good Yorker, very good Yorker. Having bowled a couple of length deliveries which cost him runs, he's come back with a Yorker. He's improved by leaps and bounds as a bowler, particularly in the death overs. At the start of the innings, he can get the ball to move and get wickets, and in the final overs, when the batsmen are looking to play the big shots, he can bowl those Yorkers. He's got a very good, very well disguised slow one as well.
And we'll find the fielder and keep strike Sandra, and why not? He's hitting the ball well. 126 for 8.
There's 2 overs left as well. 77 needed. The game is gone. India well and truly dominating this match, and they deserve this victory. Their first ever against New Zealand in 6 now attempts.
One of that conversations about Ashish Nehra and MS Dhoni. And Dhoni suggesting to him, catch the captain's eye, keep warming up. Surely he should bowl the 20th. Right, Bumrah will bowl the 19th. Surely Ashish Nehra's got to bowl the 20th. Surely. Question is, what if Bumrah gets 2 in this over? They come back for 2, Santner. Throws at the bowler then. Gee, was struggling to get there. Not sure Sodhi's was the quickest between the wickets there.
I don't think Sodhi was looking for the second run. Didn't think the second run was on. I don't think he was too keen by the time he started. Look at that. If he had collected it, Sodhi would have been turning on his heels and walking back to the pavilion. Then we would have had a real problem. What if Bumrah got a wicket over the next 5 balls? He looked for 2 again. No, he said, no, I can't make it. This is 22 yards is too much for me.
This time Sodhi is not taking a chance. Then you could hear the no all around the ground. I remember watching a game in Mohali where there was a huge Punjabi contingent cheering New Zealand because Sodhi was playing. Now he's got a bat out, 4 deliveries. He can handle himself with a bat, Sodhi. Inderbir Singh Sodhi from Ludhiana, playing for New Zealand. There's Ashish Nehra with a little lazy wave. Give them a big one, Nehra.
I thought it was Inderbir Singh Sodhi from Papatoi Toi.
Say that again. They'll come back for 2. And in fact sneak one on the overthrow as well.
He's from Papatoi Toi.
That sounds like a food delivery chain, Papatoi Toi.
If you want to spell it, it's Papa.
As in P-A-P-A?
Toe Toe.
T-O-E? T-O-E?
Papatoi Toi.
Ah, okay. Papatoi Toi.
In Auckland.
These are the non-strikers in at the moment in Delhi. Santner's looked all right though. In fact, he's looking good playing shots like those. Send him up next time. He's using this opportunity to say, you know what, I'm good enough to be getting the runs quickly.
What that shot has done, it's pretty much guaranteed that Ashish Nehra will get to bowl the final over of the match. 1 bounce, so it's a boundary.
With little competitive interest in this game, Bumrah's figures are going for a bit of a toss here. 1 for 31. And another one, and that'll sail over the ropes as well. This is good clean hitting from Mitsantner. 16 of the over. It's 142 for 8 with just 1 left, and surely it's got to be Nehra.
Talented cricketer, Mitchell Santner. He was excellent with the ball and now with the bat, 26 of 13. And will we get our wish? The dealer.
Well, 61 from 6 balls, but that is irrelevant because everybody on the ground here at the Kotla is overjoyed. For the last time in an international match, for the last time in his career, Ashish Nehra marks out his run-up, and that familiar run-up, shorter than normal, with the smile intact. What a character he's been in Indian cricket as Ashish Nehra. Great raconteur, great storyteller, all with a dry sense of humor, played with a smile. He's got 5 balls left, a career that started back in 1999 when he made his Test debut. February 1999, he's coming off a really short run. He can still dig the ball in short. Well done, Virat Kohli. But I think it was always apparent he's going to bowl the last over. I think the rest of the Indian bowlers have ensured that there's no stress as he runs in to bowl his last. Ever since Virendra Sehwag called him Nehra Ji, it's Nehra Ji for everybody now. Oh, that'll be scooped up and will run away to the boundary for 4.
Well, for New Zealand, this is an opportunity to try and reduce the margin of defeat. The first time they will lose to India in 6 matches. This is the 6th match, the first 5 matches. New Zealand have won all those matches, so this is an opportunity just to reduce the margin of defeat.
Well, I thought when you come to the end, you only want to bowl as many deliveries as you need to. Now he's got to trudge wearily back and bowl one more. First wicket in international cricket, Marwan Attabatu back in 1999. Someone's actually running a quiz with a random list of players saying, did they play with Nair or no? And some of them are clearly way too old. The run-up's getting shorter. This is probably his best phase. The one spell that he'll be remembered for more than any other was a game against England in the 2003 World Cup when he picked 6 for 23. And then when the IPL started, everyone thought with so many surgeries that was the end of Ashish Nehra. He says he's had 12 surgeries. That's 12 rehabs. And then forced his way back into the India team to be in the team for the 2011 World Cup. So he's got a World Cup winner's medal with him. Continued playing the IPL all along. Just had to bowl 4 overs. I think it's a long time since he was needed to bat. Just 2 deliveries now to go.
Well, will this be a fairy tale ending? A wicket of the last ball of the match. That would be truly something. We've got...
How is he on the field? Nobody in any hurry at all. Suppose the young man who meant well, but it shouldn't have been there. Right, Kohli's telling the crowd, this is the last ball of Ashish Nehra's career. And the crowd responds with a cheer. And he gets one that just steals away late from the batsman. Well played, Ashish Nehra. So many memories, as I said, that 6 for 23 will always be a part of Indian cricket. Having that World Cup winner's medal from 2011 will be there too. And he can look back and say, you know what, nobody thought I'd be playing for India in 2017, and he can be mighty proud of himself. Well done, India, and well done, Ashish Nehra.
Yes, and it's the first win for India in 6 matches. Ish Saudi congratulating Ashish Nehra. You'll find every Indian player going and giving him a big hug. He's been one of the most popular players in the Indian team, in the Indian dressing room. There you are, everybody, not just the players out on the field, but there will be others as well. The reserve players, they will come out.
That last photograph would have been interesting if someone clicked that with Virat Kohli hugging Ashish Nehra, because on social media there was a photograph that went viral of a very young, chubby-cheeked Virat Kohli getting a prize from international cricketer Ashish Nehra. And it's probably the fitness of things that Kohli's captain, as Ashish Nehra, bows out at his home ground. He'll have a lot of stories to tell, Ashish Nehra. He's never short of a story anyway, but now that he's done with the game, he's got a lot more time with his stories. How emotional is it, Sunny, when you played last game? Does it get very emotional?
Yes, but in my case, I didn't know it was going to be my last game, because I was hoping that the next one, the finals, would be the last game. But it was the semi-finals when we lost to England in 1987, so it was a little bit different. But here, of course, Ashish knew that he was going to play his last game, and there it is. They played together for Sunrisers. Kane Williamson, the New Zealand skipper, and Ashish Nehra. Well done, Ashish Nehra. Happy retirement.
And back to the game itself, India winning by 53 runs. Last 25 or 30 runs or thereabout were really just after competitive interest had gone from the game. And we're all waiting to see Ashish Nehra's last over in international cricket. Jasprit Bumrah went for a few runs. But I think the story of this game is playing 5 bowlers and never really letting the pressure go off. And I just thought the way India bowled those first couple of overs, first 3 or 4 overs, was excellent. Rohit Sharma made 8-ish, as did Shikhar Dhawan. And then Virat Kohli with a wonderful cameo, 26 of 11. Dhoni deposited 1 in the stands as well. So 202 for 3. It was always going to be enough, but the bowlers made it look like it was a lot more. Yeah, good to see. Right now, Ashish Nehra is going to go on a little lap of fun, and the Indian team is going to accompany him, just saying goodbye. Delhi boy, of course, would have played a lot of his cricket here at the Firozshah Kotla. And I think it's a wonderful gesture on part of everybody. They're going on this victory.